Rowan and Martin's Laughing.
That's not funny.
As you know, Miss Raskin, it is the policy of our airlines not to hire married stewardesses. So I must ask for your resignation.
Oh, well, Mr. Pfeiffer, I'm not married.
Oh, wonderful. Well, in that case, then we're both on the Flight 17 to San Francisco.
Captain Columbus, Captain Columbus. This is America, all right, but it looks like Leif Erikson got here first.
How can you tell?
Well, there's Danish beer cans all over the beach.
Look, Al, one place where there isn't enough integration is in sports.
Are you kidding? What about baseball, football, track?
Yeah, but name me one Negro polo player.
A message to my people. Things are getting better. Isn't it too bad the show is? Speak up, young lady.
So help me, Mr. Holmes, I had nothing to do with it.
We can't take any chances. I'll have to dust you for fingerprints. This may take a while, Watson. Come along, young lady.
Peaches,
Yeah?
I have a feeling I'm going to be in here for a long time.
Oh, why do you say that?
This morning they gave me a suit with 2 pairs of pants.
Goldie, you've been a bunny for over 2 months now. Is it time you got over your shyness?
And now, from the transplant ward of the Burbank Lonely Hearts Club, Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Or is it Rowan and Martin's Love-In? Starring Dan Rowan and Dick Martin, with guest star Davy Jones and Judy Clarn, Artie Johnson, with Ruth Buzzy, Henry Gibson, Goldie Hawn, Dave Madden, Alan Sue, and Joanne Worley, with Chelsea Brown, J.A. Barry, yours truly, Gary Owens, and Morgo as the friendly Drell. But first, a word from our alternate spinster.
My boyfriend Harry used to weigh 287 pounds, but after only 2 short weeks of taking nothing but fats off, his weight was down to 153 pounds, including the casket.
That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Yes, it is.
And now for the twinkling toes and titillating tonsils of that tantalizing twosome, the darling Dan Rowan and the dreaded Dick Martin.
Sounds like thunder, doesn't it?
Yes, it's just
Little like thunder.
overwhelming. You almost feel like doing it over again. You want to do it over again?
No.
Hey, I tried to call you yesterday.
That's funny. I was out all day.
Oh, you were out all day.
Yeah, I was with Uncle Marley.
I don't believe I know your Uncle Marley. He's not. That's not your invisible uncle.
No, that's Uncle Willard.
Uncle Willard.
Uncle
yeah.
Willard.
What does Uncle Marley do?
He trains birds.
He's a bird trainer.
That's funny. So is my Uncle Marley.
Huh. Is there a lot of call for bird training?
Well, yeah. Let's say you got a homing pigeon that you're very fond of.
I got a homing pigeon I'm very fond of.
Say, you just said that.
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
you? Yeah. Well, for one reason or another, say you have to move, right?
All right, and he trains them to fly to the new house, right?
No, he talks them out of moving.
Talks them.
See, now, Morley is the friend of the birds, you see. And it was Uncle Morley who erected the statue of
Uncle
the
Morley?
unknown pigeon in Central Park.
Didn't know there was any such statues. I know.
Oh, yeah. Generals come from miles around just...
I don't want to hear that. Good idea, though, yeah.
You think that's something? Morley is a minor bird that can recite the entire works of Truman Capote. Isn't that a thrill?
Boy, that probably doesn't leave him much time for flying.
Oh, gosh, no, he's straight.
Yeah. Listen, I certainly would be proud to meet this Uncle Marley. Marley is
Marley.
Marley of yours.
Yes. Well, you can't do that. See, he just walked south for the winter.
He walked south for the winter.
Told you he couldn't fly, didn't he?
Why don't you and I walk south to the party?
Why don't we fly?
Okay, you want to fly to the party with us?
Here we go.
crowd can't decide what to take this semester, but we've narrowed it down to either the administration building or the library.
When I was a little girl, in my neighborhood we used to play a game called What Do You Want to Be If You Grow Up?
If Washington is your seat of government, what do you call the politicians who work there?
Statistics show that the majority of home fatalities occur in the bathtub. Dad says that explains the low death rate among hippies. Oh, Dad's a lot of fun. Hubba, hubba.
I believe in the practice of sexual fidelity.
Race you to the practice room.
When I was a little girl, my mother and father entered me in a beautiful baby contest. That was the last I ever saw of them.
Hey, the poor people are afraid of the cops. Let them do like I do. Hire a bodyguard.
The Warsaw Pact has come up with new effort to get it to moon. They're making 40 million Poles stand on each other's shoulders.
My new congressman has a perfect attendance record. He hasn't missed a single Washington cocktail party so far.
Hey, Goldie, if the teachers are on strike and the students are on strike, what do they do with our school taxes?
Well, I think they give them to the kids on welfare so they can, finish school because they never did.
Hey, let's make a deal. If the parents will stop trying to become teenagers, the teenagers will try to stop becoming parents.
Fantastic idea, young man.
You see, Joanne, today in America, sex is the great driving force.
Oh, sure. And you know, it's much better when you're apart.
That the church is against cruelty to animals has nothing to do with those of us trying to kill the latest papal bull.
This is your offstage announcer reminding you that top secret scientists are working on a hydrogen bomb with a silencer on it, in case we have to attack an enemy library.
Hello, hello, hello. And now heave to while laughing fires the news across your bow. And if you can't heave to, at least heave one.
All right, love.
Oh, that's cute. That's very cute.
That's funny.
Cute. You really sucked it to me.
That's not funny, Davy.
Oh, that's funny. Funny. You bet your sweet bucket it's funny.
And now for the news of the present, here's the man to whom the news wouldn't be the news without the news. Here's Dickie.
And now for the news of the present.
I didn't know that.
Dateline Hollywood, French International Pictures, announced today that they will do a remake of the Adam and Eve story starring Raquel Welch. The movie will be called How Do You Like Them Apples? And in Las Vegas, Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton signed to perform at the Sands Hotel. When asked what their nightclub act would consist of, the Burtons replied, they will just step out on stage and do their thing. On which basis, the show immediately sold out for all 68 performances. Take it away, Goldie.
I future. Here's that peeping Tom himself, Dan Rowan. Oh, Dan.
Goldie, your facts may be impeachable, but your enunciation is impeccable.
Naughty boy, you've been peeping again.
California, 1989, 20 years from now. The Queen Mary, aging Long Beach attraction, was removed this week and replaced by the newer Queen Elizabeth. When questioned about the move, Queen Elizabeth had no comment. Tulsa, 1980, it'll sneak up on you. Tulsa, 1989, 20 years from now. The competition among the airlines to introduce the largest jetliner was won today when CFG Airlines announced they had finally succeeded in putting wings on Oklahoma. Hollywood, 1989. Since decreeing 20 years ago that no TV show could win an Emmy twice, the Television Academy tonight gave all 83 of its Emmys to the only show still eligible, the Frank McGee News Report.
Hello. Our Laugh-In News Report seldom presents the classics, but tonight is an exception, as News of the Past takes you back to Shakespeare and one of the greatest love scenes ever written, and shows you how it really happened.
Romeo! Romeo! Wherefore art thou? Romeo! Why? Darling, I've been asking everybody where you were.
Science has given us a new word, cryogenics. This is the process of quick freezing living persons to be revived at a future date, when presumably the world will be a better place. So far, the idea hasn't caught the public fancy, but ad agencies are working on it. Trust me.
And our client has perfected a process. It's a method of preserving people indefinitely in extreme colds. This is a gigantic operation. It's up to us to come up with an ad campaign that's worthy of it. You boys got anything yet? Whacker?
Well, Chief, we're trying to work up a spin-off on Better Bodies with Bird's Eye.
No, Whacker. That may be a little touchy. How about you, Tebbit?
Well, we were thinking of a group plan called an icicle built for two.
That's fabulous. Fab. How about it, boys? I think that may be it.
Hold it, Chief. Forget the whole campaign. The quick freezing process is no good.
What?
Some bakery just tried it on a batch of breakfast rolls, and they all shattered to little bits.
Well, what's that got to do with us?
Well, do you think people are going to go for this gimmick when there's a good chance they're going to freeze their buns to pieces?
And now for those of you who just live for the sports news, here's old-faced sporting life himself, Alan Seuss.
Hi, sports addicts. Big Al here, dribbling in the old bull ring. Oh, I love that bell. Featurette. There's been a big hue and cry about the lagging attendance at the sulky races, and I say, why not? If the horses want to sulk, don't let them race. I mean, really, guys, who wants to watch a bunch of grumpy ponies? Get yourself some smiley horsies, and the world will beat a path to your pari-mutual. Ta-ta.
Well, that's the Laugh-In News for tonight, folks, and we certainly hope it tickled your fancy.
And if not, be sure to stay tuned next week when we will have twice as much news for those of you with extra-large fancies.
Gee, Joanne, you really know how to keep a secret.
You have to be careful, darling, or I'm going to have to sit on you.
I was never so insulted in my life. I didn't come here to be grabbed.
Me neither.
I did.
Davy, what's that?
Oh, that's a sundial.
What's it for?
Well, it's an ancient device used for telling time.
Oh, I think of next?
Goldie, you know something? If I were a citizen, I'd marry you in the morning.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Funky. Your boss is a butthead. The sun is a dying star. You stink at bridge. Car 54 can help. Count on Nick at Nite.
Some things are meant to be together. Like the golden honey and graham cracker taste of Golden Grahams.
So happy together.
Oh, that golden honey and graham cracker taste of Golden Grahams. So happy together. It's a taste you'll never outgrow. The taste of Golden Grahams. Golden Grahams.
All I did was eat a chili dog with pickles, and all of a sudden I'm living in Siberia. So I take a claret.
Hey, where did you come from?
Only Clarets has Actazole with chlorophyll. Gets rid of bad breath fast.
He's a harmless meatball hero with a couple of onions on it. What happens? Nobody wants to come near me. So I take a claret.
Hey, how you doing? Only Clarets has Actazole with chlorophyll. Gets rid of bad breath fast.
Here comes today's Duracell battery. And here's yesterday's. Today's are built to last up to 30% longer than the ones we made just a few years back. So you'll be guaranteed a long, happy life. Today's Duracell lasts 30% longer.
Stranger than truth.
Little Lenny Goldberg of Alton, Kansas, was born a child prodigy. At 2 years, he could read and write, and at 3, had finished the entire Encyclopedia Britannica, making corrections as he went, of course. And only last week, at the age of 8, little Lenny was offered a full professorship in societal mechanistics at Oxford University. However, little Lenny was forced to decline the appointment on the grounds that the clammy British climate would be detrimental to the health of his rubber duck.
This has been Stranger Than Truth.
I'll teach you to your room.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. I'd say this man was shot at 12 noon Greenwich time.
Just think. If he'd been shot in California, he'd still have an hour to live.
How do you feel after 6 months in solitary?
Had absolutely no effect on me. Just lucky I had that horse to talk to, or I would have gone crazy. What am I doing? Really,
Alan, go to your room.
Honey, Chelsea, would you help me with this bill? I'm terrible at arithmetic.
Oh, Goldie, what kind of bunny are you if you can't even multiply?
See the new musical hit of the year, a huge smash with knockout performances. See the biting satire of Jimmy Brown and Doris Day in The Marquis de Sade Sings Again. And here they are, folk.
I love you. Did you know I'm under the spell of your charms? Did you know I'm insane about you? Did you know I'm in excruciating pain?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Artie Johnson, with the call of the sassy turquoise puce-winged screamer.
Well, what do you know? What a lovely bird.
Oh, that's the most beautiful thing I ever heard.
We'll be in London in an hour.
Excuse me, I don't wish to interfere with your concentration, But is that not Clapper's new book? And what do you think of it?
I think it's ridiculous. The whole thing depends on coincidence. And life isn't really like that at all. I remember when I was a small child in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Johannesburg, South Africa?
Yes.
A little white house at the edge of a jungle?
Yes, that's right.
You wandered off when you were 5 years old and got lost?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my son!
Mother!
Oh, Mother! Oh, your father went to search for you. Oh. That was the last I ever saw of him. Oh, poor Timothy. I wonder what happened.
Oh, Mother.
I was finally captured by a tribe of hungry natives. They almost sautéed me when the chief, who somehow spoke English, took pity on me and helped me to escape.
It was nothing. Anyone in my position would have done the same thing, Bwana. Good thing I spoke English, thanks to a missionary I met.
And I did a good job, but you haven't forgotten a word.
Oh, joy! We're all together at last. Oh, what a happy day this is for the Lost Vogel family.
Lost Vogel? But my name's Wasserman.
Baumgarten here.
What I say is that really...
I worked in North Africa.
Sorry. My mistake.